Remember, it can only get better. It's something I say all the time. And it's my resolve and my belief that it can only get better. Almost definitely. So, moving away from that, I want to quickly talk about something as usual. So, if you've been seeing my videos before, you know I like to come on here and talk about things. So, let's do that tonight as well. Now, being desperate is not a bad idea at all. I think sometimes people misconstrue, being desperate, to mean something that's bad. No, it doesn't. If a person is desperate, it's actually good. I mean, after all, being desperate simply means having a great need or desire for something. That's it, which is similar to being determined. When a person is determined, they have like a firm resolve about something, how they feel about something. They have a firm resolve for that thing that's being determined. And then if a person is desperate, they just basically have a great need or desire for something. So they kind of relate whether it's determination or desperation. But I think where the problem lies sometimes is when people are so desperate that they are willing to do anything, I mean, just about anything to get what they want. I feel like that's where the problem is. Now, to the main reason I'm making this video, I do believe that one of the reasons people get so desperate that they are willing to do just about anything, even if it means doing evil, committing a crime just to achieve something, is because they don't know who they are and they have not discovered their path. Like they have no idea or deep understanding of who they are, and they have not understood or figured out their own path. Now, because if you have a good knowledge and understanding of who you are and your path, the next thing you would do, because now you know who you are and your path, the next thing that person does is to focus on their path and then figure out ways to, do what you do, in your own unique way, stand out in your own unique way, be you unapologetically, like they say, right? Figure out ways to be more creative with what you do, depending on what it is that you're doing. And then figure out ways to also monetize what you do, make money from what you do, from your gifts and your talents and whatever it is that you are meant to focus on in your own path, uniquely you. But people could actually get really desperate and be willing to do just about anything because they're busy comparing themselves with other people who have figured out themselves. Somebody else is there. They figured out who they are and their path. They are shining at it. And then this other person who is just clueless about who they are and what they want to do begins to focus on somebody else who is on their game. That's how envy and unnecessary, unhealthy comparison comes in. That's how friends poison their friends. That's how family members betray their family, other family members. That's how friends betray their friends because you're busy thinking, oh, this person is shining. Maybe you're meant to be shining. Where are you supposed to be shining? Have you ever taken time to figure out yourself? Have you ever taken time to ask the right questions, to figure out yourself and your path so that you can begin to shine? For those who are Christians, there's a part in the Bible that says something about let every man dwell wherein he is called. And it doesn't, basically have to be a spiritual call. Everyone's called to do something different. It might not be spiritual, but you're doing something that's adding value to the society and would in turn bless you. Yes, now, that's how it works. God gives you something that you're meant to do that will be a blessing to you and then to other people that you are reaching out to through that thing that you are meant to do. Now, instead of focusing on that, instead of focusing on discovering who you are and focusing on your path, some people are busy focusing on somebody else that has discovered their own path, and you begin to envy them. And then they go to bed at night, they cannot sleep because of somebody else. They're thinking of what to do to stop that person. Please, if you are that person, who is willing to stop somebody else from shining, or if you are that person that is willing to betray people just to get what you want because you've not figured out yourself, then you need to slow down, take a chill pill, do a U-turn, have a rethink, and begin to ask yourself and God the right questions so that you can discover yourself, your talents, or your gifts, or whatever it is that you are, that you have, and focus that energy doing the right thing instead of, the energy you are using to envy another person, the energy you are using to plot another person's downfall, the energy you are using to add somebody else's beautiful pictures on social media. Use it to make your life better. I'm glad this video is not directed at a specific person. I don't follow anybody quarrel, so you will not say it is you I'm making the video for. It's a general statement. Use that energy to make your life better. Use that energy to figure out yourself and use it to make your life better. Honest advice.